So begins our journey across Kansas. We're going to start in Lenexa at Justin's. See what we got there. It's one of my favorite little honey holes. So here we go. All right, we're at Justin's of Lenexa. We've got permission to film, so we're going to go in and see what they got. Probably going to bring one of those home. They got great store picks in here. And a constant, really good allocated table. I'm sorry. That's a red line I've never seen before. That Clyde Mays store pick is fucking awesome. Price is right too. May have to grab another one of those. All the Willet you could ever want. The Kentucky vintage and pure Kentucky is both pretty good. That one's gonna go home with us. So I'm a sucker for honey. Got that Rebel 10 year if you're looking for it. Very old Barton. Old Brunswick, Missouri favorite, 1843 right there. Oh, pretty good. Oh, that is a nice price on that weeded at Bardstown. May have to, mayhaps take that one too. There's that 10-year rye from Templeton. D-Rock's always talking about. That dovetails awesome. 125.42 proof. There's that double barrel from Barrel that's so good. All right, all right, all right. It's no longer a Matthew McConaughey bottle.
Holy fucking shit. Unbelievable.
But it'll get you there. Ooh, there it is. New favorite. Jefferson's Reserve. About $72. That's a good price on that. The Very Old's a pretty good bottle, and they're entry level right at about $36. Don't sleep on it. Don't care if it's aged in a ship, though. Got that double oaked here, too. I'm told their Knob Creek selection is really good. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe I can talk them out of a sample. I don't know. We got a big day ahead of us. Oh, that's a good price on that bottle. That's like Walmart price. Four Roses, small batch select. Curious why we got. Oh, that's why. Got that weeded Penelope back there. I did agree with all the hype on that one. It was okay. Got Jeremiah's brand there. I am digging these store picks of Angels Envy, 110 proof. All the smoke wagon you could want. Five-year from Middle West Spirit wheat whiskey. Curious about that one. Switchgrass from St. Louis. You either dig it or you don't. That Baker's 7 High Rye. Good price on that Green River. The full proof. Nulu. Yeah, this is one of my favorite stores in the whole wide world. At least local. We're going to get further out of town today where I don't know people. Oh, looky there. Cask strength blackened. I know somebody that might want that. The dickliest of dickles. You know, if you're a Dickel fan, and I am, that's a good price on their 8-year bourbon. The only bourbon Dickel makes. Bald and Bond. Bald and Bond. Bald and Bond. Dickel. Bald and Bond. Early times. Man, I know Evan Williams, Bald and Bond gets a lot of people talking about it for the price. That's a liter for $26 of some really good hooch. We also discovered that Old Overholt is pretty damn good for a straight rye whiskey, as is the JW Dant. And don't sleep on this guy. That bullet was all right. There we go. Evan Williams right there. Here's the bottom shelf stuff. If anybody is still looking for that 114, they got it here, $26. Isaac Bowman, J.W. Kelly. Rebel.
Thank you. Enjoy. Tell me what you think.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you again for letting me film. What was your name?
I'm Dana.
Dana.
Yes.
I'm Ron.
It's nice to meet you. So
It's nice
this
to meet
is
you.
kind of my baby right here, if you can tell.
I've been in here a few times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
but
it is my baby. It's always fun being able to bring stuff in.
Yeah.
Able to...
You're always very informative,
Thank you.
and you've got some of the best store picks.
Thank you.
This one,
yeah,
I love that Clyde Mays.
Thank you.
That's a really good one.
I have the tough job of doing all of the barrel picks.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
the stress.
It's so hard. I know people are always like, "How did you get this job?" And I'm like, "Dumb luck." I mean, I just have. I don't immediately pick. It can take me up to 2 weeks sometimes to pick some of my barrels.
Okay.
Because they'll send me samples. I haven't been fortunate enough to get to go down there and try them.
Okay.
But I'll take them home, have them at different times of the day, because your mood, food you ate, the weather, all of that can affect your palate. And so I want to try to get the most consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest thing for me is I don't pick for my palate. I pick for what I think my clientele wants.
Well, you're doing a hell of a good job.
Thank you.
You've got your finger on their pulse because
Thank
your
you.
store picks are great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's fun.
Have you got any plans to do any store picks at any distilleries?
I think we have another. I wish. I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to go down finances. I mean,
Sure. No, I get it.
I would love to go on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and
I did that.
Yeah.
I highly suggest it.
Yes.
Because it's awesome.
And I have places that I would love to go. I mean, some are probably off the beaten path, but because I don't tend to necessarily always gravitate to ones that name brands. I guess I should say that everybody else
I would have to agree.
Gravitates to.
I'm a huge fan of these guys. Wood Hat.
Yeah, Wood Hat. Yep. Yeah. I'm a big fan, and you probably of the Middle West. I mean, they're not even in Kentucky, but I'm a huge Middle West fan. I think that they do an amazing job. And
what was the pumpernickel rye?
It's the pumpernickel rye.
Oh, it's so good.
So good. I mean, it just adds something to it, and it's probably one of the best bourbon creams I've ever had too.
Really?
Had their bourbon
I have not.
I used to love Buffalo Trace. Now Middle West is hands down probably my favorite bourbon.
I did a video where I did some bourbon creams, and it's hard to pick a favorite, but I blinded them.
Yeah.
Freaking Nuku won for me.
Okay.
The Old Elk.
And
then I think somebody told me Old Elk sold out.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that one. I mean, obviously, I don't necessarily see everything.
True.
But
but yeah, no, I didn't know Middle West even had one. I'll have to look for that.
It's so good. I do have it.
You have it?
I do, and it is. Wow, it's to me, it's just really creamy and it's.
See, I know I should have finished here because I'm going to blow the budget.
Well, you can always come back then, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I will, and I do.
Yeah.
That table over there has always got something awesome on it.
We try to, and obviously the Woodford is not allocated. I mean, I guess it was allocated, but
the double
Derby. Well, the Derby.
Oh,
the
Woodford.
Just because the Woodford Derby. That's all we have left.
And, I picked one up just because
a lot of people like to collect.
Yeah.
Collect them.
I got last year's and I got this year's, and because that's kind of when I got into this thing. So
yeah.
I haven't opened either one. I'm sure it's just Woodford.
It's regular Woodford.
Just regular Woodford.
But they're
regular Woodford's not bad.
I love Woodford Double X. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Some of the
Wood.
Have you done a Woodford store pick? Double oaked?
Yes, I did.
And you're out, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. It was a butterscotch bomb. Yeah.
See, I'm kicking myself because I bought one of those from you and I gave it to a friend of mine who helped me out at work and did a really good job. I'm like, here, buddy. And I never got to try it.
It was a butterscotch bomb. That was a fun one to pick.
Man.
Yeah. Not very often do I kind of know right away.
See, yeah.
Only twice.
Anybody who's watching, come see Dana at Justin's. She's got the best store picks.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. So you were saying you had Mr. Fred No in here.
Fred No. So what's fun is
we're taking that one with us.
When you have a story to tell about a bourbon, you can the customer develops a connection to the bourbon. So it makes you want to leave with that bottle, right? So, I mean, just like ones that people may not know as much as Uncle Nearest. He was the slave for the Daniels family. Him and Jack Daniels was adopted, and Uncle Nearest was his mentor, and so they developed a friendship. And he's actually the one that helped Jack Daniels and taught him how to do the Lincoln County process to make Jack Daniels famous. So, so now people are intrigued, right? And once you're intrigued, you're like, well, now I want to try it, right? I mean, just little things like that.
It's pretty good too.
Or Middle West, they buy everything, from my understanding, within 100 miles of their distillery.
Okay, I'm learning all kinds of new stuff now.
Right? I mean, so if you're getting your grain and everything, so then you're like, well, now I want to try that. We all love small companies, especially here in Kansas.
Absolutely.
So you're supporting a local distillery. So, I mean, I think it's just always fun if you can find a story about a bourbon. Then when you're talking to the customer about it, they develop a connection to that bourbon, and then they want to go home and try it. And it's a fun way to try new bourbons instead of looking for the typical bourbons that everybody
absolutely.
wants.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I heard you tell when I was in here one time about one of my favorites that I call a sleeper, and that's the David Nicholson.
Yeah. Pappy Van Winkle was his master distiller. If you want to try Pappy by David Nicholson, 1823, for $25, and you're basically having a Pappy.
I like that bottle, but the Black Label Reserve, oh, that's so good, and nobody knows about it. That's what's crazy.
I know, and I have that one just so I can get their foot in the door with it.
Mm-hmm.
And but then there's that very old Barton, kind of one poor man's Blanton. Very old Barton.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Is that the white label's the 100 proof?
The 100 proof. I kind of think that's a little bit more of a fit than the 86 proof.
I would agree.
A little bit more flavor, complexity to it.
You are just preaching here. I love it. That's fantastic.
So, but yeah, there's all kinds of fun bourbons that have stories that people don't know about, and you can open up a whole new experience for your palate instead of just drinking the bourbons that everybody is serving.
I would totally agree with that.
Naming names.
No, well, you don't have to.
Right.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Yeah, but yeah, those are just fun. Redwood Empire. Never knew I'd be a fan of California bourbon.
I didn't either. Who knew? And they're so good.
They're so good. I mean,
I have a love affair with the Screaming Titan and the Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
And I believe you have both of those over there.
I have, I think, right over there.
Yeah, peeking around the corner here. Yep. Nope. No Screaming Titan. But the Devil's Tower. I have not tried the Van Dusen. Is that good?
I have not gotten to try that one. I haven't really.
You know what? I don't know why I'm asking. All those
they're going to be good.
Are everything I've tried has been great.
We have German whiskey.
Yeah, tell me about that. I've noticed this bottle.
It's from Germany. Now I haven't gotten any current information, but the last information I knew was this was only available in the Eifel region of Germany and then the United States. husband and wife team that makes it. It is a column still, so you'll see that there is sediment. Which that's not that's a sign of a really great bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
This one was my favorite. It's like a sweet cinnamon, but like, you know, he's working the farm and they're distilling it. She does all the bottling and putting the labels on and shipping it out. So it's just a husband and wife team that makes it, and it's delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that one on my list. I've been eyeballing it for a while.
It's a fun one. It is a really
I'm glad you're telling me about it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I there's fun ones. I mean, I've got all the ones that I feel like people want, but then I have ones that are kind of obscure and kind of fun.
That would be obscure.
That would be obscure.
I would
for sure.
I would definitely.
Definitely.
Hey, one that I don't know a whole lot about, but I know is local, and that's these Rosses.
Yes. So there's not a lot of information about them out there. So this is their. My understanding is they're out of Lee Summit, Missouri. I would assume that it is an MGP product. This is their everyday. So this is just going to be their everyday bourbon, and then this is their like barrel proof.
Okay.
And then every year they come out with a limited release, which I have batch 3 and batch 4 of right now.
I think I have the orange one.
The Naranja. Yeah.
And I think.
And then this is a Sauterne. So yeah, so this is batch 3, and then this is batch 4.
Okay.
I've had batch 1 and 2. They were fantastic.
Okay.
They were really, really good. I have not had the opportunity to try the batch 3 or the batch 4.
Okay. But this would be comparable to maybe like with the Vino. Would that be like maybe a Valencia?
The Sauterne or this is an orange wine. So really, an orange wine is just it's a grape that still has contact with the skin.
Oh.
So it's really just a white wine.
I'm learning so much.
But it's an orange wine, but it just gets that color because it has remained some contact with the skin.
Okay.
So to me, have you ever had like Amador?
No.
Okay, so Amador I'm a big fan of Amador too. They have like a port finish, a Cabernet, which is my favorite, and then they have a Chardonnay finish. So in my mind, again, I have not had this. When it's a white wine, I'm gonna think it's a drier wine. So I'm going to think it might have a little bit of a drier finish, whereas the Sauterne's like a sweet wine. So I'm gonna think it's gonna add a layer of sweetness.
Okay.
To the wine.
And those are 100 proof.
Yes, they're both 100 proof, and they're released once a year, and that's it.
Okay.
So, but if you look, I've tried to find information online. There's not a ton of information about them.
Primarily blenders, then? Is that okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do have their standard bourbon, but I think they're getting their dues. Again, this is not research. I mean, I've done a little.
These are assumptions. That's okay. We're all allowed.
But what I think they're doing is they're getting like this one. They're getting an orange wine barrel, and then they're bringing it from here. They're aging it. I mean, I'd like to assume that they're aging it here. I would think because they're saying it's out of Lee Summit.
Okay.
And a lot of times they'll tell you where it is. Yeah. So I mean, again, they don't tell you much.
They're very cryptic.
It is, and if you try, I've tried to look at their website.
It adds to the mystery.
It does, but I like it. I think it's good. So, and that one's a fun one. It's from one of the smaller distillers or distributors.
I picked up the orange one, and I picked up another one.
Probably batch 2 or 1.
Yeah, and I haven't opened them yet. I've got 412 bottles at my house, and it's just I do this, and I can't open them all. You know.
Oh, I get it.
I try, but it's a lot of fun trying. I'll say that.
It is. You can't call yourself a collector that way too when you drink them.
Right. You got to open them.
You have to open them. That's it. I have probably 250 bottles, and
that's a good collection too.
It is, and more than half of them are open.
You, ma'am, are not a slouch at all.
No, but because I don't ever want to be considered a collector.
Right.
You know, when I'm drinking bourbon, it's an experience.
I would agree with that.
So, you know, I'm looking for tasting notes. How does it smell? How does it feel on my palate? So, yeah. So I have like 2 ounces poured out of over 100 of them probably, and
yeah. Well, and That also, I've noticed whenever I get a bottle that's down to about
Yep.
here, it kind of gets a little oxidation.
Uh-huh.
So when the fuller ones seem to keep a little bit longer,
Yeah.
I mean, that's my excuse.
Yeah. Otherwise, then you got to finish.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's fun. Fun job.
Well, thank you so much
Yeah, of
for
course.
spending this time with
Yeah.
me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I've learned a
of
lot.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you letting me film.
Absolutely.
And
have you ever had any of the Far North products before?
no,
Would you want to try one?
absolutely.
This one is also a really cool one.
Can I put these up on the counter?
Yeah, of course.
I'm getting a little nervous. Okay, Far North.
So this is made in Minnesota.
Oh.
So obviously, the heat and the cold are what's pushing the whiskey or bourbon in or out of barrel to give it its flavor.
Uh-huh.
So colder climate. You'll be shocked. This one is a 4-year because it's a bottled and blonde. I'm a huge, huge fan of this Far North, and once people try it, they tend to fall in love with it as well. So what this the gentleman does, the master distiller, is he uses a lot of rye grapes. I do have a single barrel bourbon for them right now, but what he likes to do, he likes to try all different kinds of rye grains to see what he can make with it. So this one is the Hazlitt.
Okay.
And it is delicious.
Oh, that smells good.
So good. But he even put out like a 2-year single, I believe it was a 2-year single barrel. You would have never have guessed it was that young. I mean,
that's really nice.
I'm a big, big fan. I always have this too. So you don't have to worry about
okay.
it.
That is really nice.
It just has a lot more, and it's so smooth. So
it's got a lot going on.
It's very complex. And I think it's also kind of spicy because it's not super spicy like what you think of a typical rye.
It's got just the right amount.
But it kind of makes it interesting so you can see what different rye grains, how they're going to impart different flavors to your bourbon. So
no, that's really good.
Whiskey, I guess it would be a bourbon.
Who would have thought out of Minnesota?
Yeah, fantastic. I would love to go there. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever tried anything from them that I have not absolutely loved.
Okay. And you said you had a single barrel bourbon of theirs?
This is their single barrel. Their single barrel. Or, I'm sorry, it's their bottled and bond.
Okay.
And then I have their. Yeah, I think they call their single barrel bridal. So that's their of the Hazlitt.
Okay.
And this is the bottled and bond.
Boy, I wish I have a regular watcher. His name's Donald Porter. He suggested it was made in Minnesota. What was that? It's made by the people that do Dragon's Milk.
Oh, New Holland.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the devil was that called? Walleye?
I'm not positive. I don't think it ever came here, so okay. I've not ever seen it.
Okay, so if I don't find walleye, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
And then hopefully
this is the one that you tried, the bottled and bond.
Okay. And that's the rye. I'm gonna go with the bourbon, even though I really like that rye, but I do call myself the bourbon Neanderthal.
Well, this is a rye as well.
Oh, that is a rye too?
Mm-hmm. This is just their.
That's the bottled and bond.
This one's the bottled and bond, and this is just their rye.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That one's the bourbon.
Yep, the bourbon is the one that's over there. Yeah.
All right. Which one's your favorite?
I have not gotten to try that one. But the one I tried you on is the one that I love. But if you're not a big rye,
nope, we're going with that. I do like rye. I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. I like a lot of high rye bourbons.
Yeah.
They just have a little something extra on them.
I do too. A little more complexity. Something. I have a weird note when it comes to weeded bourbon that I have to really fit through sometimes.
Would you call it like a mushroomy thing or? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the same thing.
So I tend to gravitate towards higher. Not that I won't drink weeded bourbon.
Sure.
I just tend to that quick.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
There's only when I first got in, it was like, oh yeah, weeder, and then
Yeah.
I started trying higher rye stuff, and I started
Yep.
when I went back to weeders, picking up the same note you're talking about,
Yep.
and not that some of them aren't still just amazing, but
Agreed. Totally agree. But there's just something about.
uh-oh.
He likes to make Fridays interesting.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Dana, we're blowing the budget right here. That's.
I didn't know you guys were recording.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, you got the 8-year wild turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, what Booker's is that?
What I try to do with her is just like once a week put out some, some good stuff.
And you have, sir.
And you have. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Old Fitz.
Wednesday.
That's going to be more readily available, I guess.
Yes.
Telling you. We didn't get much the first one.
You know, we just spent a good half hour talking about, oh yes, craft smaller, and then he brings out this.
There's places for that too. Though.
Yeah,
there's a time and a place for fun ones.
Unfortunately, that is one of the rainbows I don't have.
This one?
Yes. Have you tried it?
Yes.
And?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Where's it land on your Wellers though?
I'm not
I love that.
But I would say if you've never had it, then you should. If you know what I'm saying. Out of all of these, where I would personally go, is this
the Old Fitz.
Delicious, and
I love that bottle.
That is. Fan. I'd say I'm not a weeder fan,
but that's one of the ones. Yes, absolutely.
That just,
I wholeheartedly agree.
I don't know what they do, but they do it right.
Yep. Oh, decisions. Yeah, we're not going to go anywhere else today. Say what?
I'll give you a 10% off what I can. Some items might not be discountable, but I'll give you 10% off what I can.
Okay, what a gal. Thank you. We're going to. Damn, we're doing that. Okay. We're doing that. So the budget is completely blown, and we didn't even get out of Lenexa. So I think we're going to have to continue our venture through Kansas maybe another weekend and go out to Topeka and Wichita, because holy shit. Thank you so much, Dana. You are a breath of fresh air, and you know a lot. We learned a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, because I did promise a hunt and not just shooting ducks in a barrel, we're going to hit another place. The budget is not going to let me go to Wichita. I should have went to Justin's last. I should have done this hunt backwards. We're gonna hit one more though. All right, this is Bubbles in Parkville. It's another one of my little honey holes. Got the store picks. Got a larceny store pick. Starlight. Blue Note Uncut. That's a good bottle. I mean, the variations I've had of it have been excellent. We own that Ezra Brooks cast strength. That's pretty good. Smoke Wagon store pick. Not much about him. Straight rye. That Rebel Foolproof of theirs is really good. That's our Smoke Wagon. Bakers, Yellowstone, Smoke Wagon. Slow down. I really want that high rye Peerless, but I don't want it that bad. Uncle Nearest. It's a great price on that rye grain to glass by Heaven Hill. We got that one. They come down that low on the bourbon, we'll have it too. Makers. That 12. They got their own single barrel of knob. Bookers, Bakers, Hazel Haven. That largely single barrel. Bernheim barrel proof. That's interesting. Ooh. Oh my. This may turn into a very expensive day. You know, this tequila finish Mary Dowling is not terrible. I like that. That Pursuit double oaked single barrel was good too. Pickled it. Uh-oh. There's our guy, a little old fashions bottle. Got that Evan Williams single barrel. That might be going home with us. I might be a Rebel fan. I know. Take the boy out of the trailer park. And we still haven't gone over here. Got some 2XO. Little old fashioned, so that's a good one. Bruce will like this guy, but I wasn't a fan of it. There's that Kings County. That's good stuff. Oh, man. Excuse me. A local flavor. Local. That is a store pick. 118.5, 7-year. That's probably a yes.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, 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 God. Oh.
That's a great price on those freaking red lines, too. RD1. Up and down. Huh. Koval, that's out of Chicago.
The Bears. The Bears.
Well, Dirty Don, when we do our celebrity whiskey, we're going to have to pick that one up. Put it, little Alan Jackson up against some Dirks and some Chris Stapleton. Divorce whiskey.
Oh yeah, divorce.
Yeah, benchmark tastes like divorce.
Okay, well,
What was I
you're
said?
being brave.
Benchmark tastes like you're living in the Bates City Truckers Motel, and the only thing keeping you alive is your job, cheap whiskey, and the Encore Western Channel.
Yeah.
You're ashamed to let your kids see how you're living, so you have to take them to a friend's house every other weekend, alone from your parents when you're pushing 40, so they can look at you and say, "I told you so." That's what benchmark fucking tastes like. That's it. Bad.
That was.
Got their own Heaven Hill pick. That looks desirable. We've got OESK, OESF, OESO. We have those. Then the Blue Notes. Yeah, I know. Said we were going to go through Kansas, and we ended up stopping in a place in Missouri. That's because Missouri rocks. The fact of the matter is, we blew our budget at one spot, but it was totally worth it. Hope you guys had a good time.